21 soldiers versus 10,000 tribesmen. 21 Sikhs versus 10,000 jihadis, in hot and sticky conditions, with little water and no respite, with ammunition in short supply and cut off from reinforcements, fighting from 9 in the morning to just after 3 in the afternoon to keep the Pathans at bay, watching their comrades killed in the thick of action, but not thinking to flee or surrender, fighting to embrace a noble death. Saragarhi is in truth a tragic last stand, and it would have been seen as such had it not been for the Khalsa ethos to ever remain in high spirits, with belief in their faith and to reflect upon the words of Guru Gobind Singh in remembering why they fought. Supreme Lord, grant me this boon, that I may never fail in performing righteous actions, that when I fight my enemies, may I not be intimidated, may I be victorious, may I ever utter your praises, and when my mortal life comes to an end, may I die fighting fiercely in battle. Reflecting upon the words of our national anthem, and knowing that this was their final life act, the 21 fought on for glory, but they would not have known that their deeds would cement the reputation of their race as the staunchest of British native soldiers, nor that their actions would echo throughout the world as an example of desperate and unflinching courage. The Times carried news of the battle with the Commander-in-Chief of the Indian Army, General Sir Arthur Power Palmer, recording his admiration of the gallantry shown at Saragarhi. Fighting against overwhelming numbers, they died at their post, thus proving their loyalty and devotion to their sovereign while upholding to the last the traditional bravery of the Sikh nation. The Governor-General too expressed that Havildar Singh and his men had displayed a heroic devotion which has never been surpassed in the annals of the Indian Army. Her Majesty's government recorded their high appreciation of the gallant conduct and admirable qualities of the soldiers, while Queen Victoria received a telegram about the battle at Balmoral and praised in her diary the splendid behaviour of the Sikhs. In these frontier wars, the Sikhs earned their spurs, and Saragarhi is the turning point from which they would become ever trusted, ever relied upon to fight for the British, and sent far and wide to serve the Crown, to protect British interests. Some that served abroad also settled abroad, and thus the diaspora grew. The British took great pains to reward their sacrifices, with hopes that it would inspire many more to come forward and serve. A memorial was placed on the Samanar and in Firozpur, while in Amritsar, the British raised the memorial Gurdwara to Saragarhi, which Lord Curzon stated was so that it would testify to later ages at once the valour of your race and the gratitude of mine. Upon revealing the memorial, situated within a mile of Harimandir Sahib, Sir Arthur Power Palmer remarked that it was erected at the headquarters of the Sikh religion in order that as long as the British rule lasted, the brave Sikh soldiers might realise that their deeds would never go unforgotten. British rule would only last another 50 years, but the Sikhs during that period would be sent to every arena of the Great War, from Flanders to the Dardanelles, Jerusalem to Kilimanjaro, Baghdad to Suez. They would also play a part in the Second World War, while also being pivotal in the movement for Indian independence. In writing my book, Saragarhi, The Forgotten Battle, ahead of the commemoration events next year, when we'll be marking the centenary anniversary of the start of World War I wanted to ensure that the heroics on the frontier were remembered. Sikhs earned their spurs on the border with Afghanistan, and it was at Saragarhi that their bravery and commitment became legendary. The Indian Army marks this every year. Saragarhi was given a battle honour, and the 12th of September made a regimental holiday by the British. But this battle, the factual events surrounding it and true relevance, has been forgotten by the world around us as well as ourselves. So let's change this. Saragarhi is relevant for us sitting here today because it connects our faith and community to Great Britain through the deeds of our forebears. So it is only right that we should celebrate it right here, use the story to inspire others and feel proud of the enduring legacy of Sikh service and sacrifice. So in launching my book, I hope that you'll read about its glorious past, share with others this remarkable history, and ensure this battle is not abandoned in future. Thank you very much.